Sup guys, and welcome to some Ark Genesis PvP. Right now I'm actually in Aberration because I'm gonna craft a cliff platform and you can only get the damn engram over here. So I had to travel all the way here to make one. You can actually get the engram right over here and you can actually craft them back on Genesis. But I ended up bringing all the materials with me, so I found out a bit too late. I'm actually quite new to Ark PvP. I've been playing for like the last 7 weeks, and I haven't actually been raided yet. And I've been, pillaging people like mad. So I decided, after watching my boy Kishko and his Bloodstalker, dude, I love Kishko's videos. He's literally inspired me to make my own kind of series here on Ark PvP. Right now I'm actually doing Genesis. So I'm going to head over to my base in the Arctic on the Genesis map. And we're going to move over to the Lunar Biome. So this video particularly doesn't have any actual PvP. However, the server that I play on only has PvP on the weekends and World PvP on Tuesdays and Thursday afternoons. So it's kind of like a PvP PvE server, yeah, pretty much. So we're going to head over to our new base here, which I'm sure you can tell is in the Lunar Biome of Genesis. Now, this is a horrible place to build, but damn, dude. So I had to get over under this rock here, right over here. If you actually fall too low, you keep teleporting all the way to the top again. So it's a really inconvenient place to like build, and I'm thinking it's an even more inconvenient place to raid. Now all I have to do is build a base here, move everything across from my Genesis base all the way here. It's gonna take so long. Dude, like to move everything, things are so heavy. I'm gonna kind of just set up a turret here just for some preliminary defenses in case somebody sees what I'm doing and decides to ruin my plan before PvP session opens up on the weekend. So the whole idea of building here is that you can only get to like the baseline of like the world, like to get in here. So if you go a little bit too low, you start taking ticking damage and you kind of just like fall out of the world and then teleport all the way to the top again. So it's kind of annoying to just get there. So the whole basis is like the base is hard to find and it's like really annoying to get there. So most people won't even try checking in this region because you kind of fall out the world so many times. Every time I kind of just like drop my items at my bed and come all the way back here, I end up having to craft a whole new set of fur armor because it's quite cold in the lunar biome, so I have to always have like warm clothes. Right now I'm actually getting enough materials here to build a second cliff platform. This is the one I'll be building where my base will be on. The first one that I showed you is actually just for like a little turret base, and we're gonna run down here and make our way all the way to the base down at the bottom of the lunar biome. Oh my god, dude, every single time running here on foot you get attacked by teleporting in. You have like everything attacking you, those weird like drone things, the little circle things that remind me of the Star Wars shooting blah blah blahs and whatever, and T-Rexes and everything. It's a crazy biome. So we're gonna build our main base right over here. I'm gonna get my cliff platform and put it down right over here. I just want to wait till the bounce stops. There we go. So I'm happy with this location right here. This is where our main base is gonna be, and we're gonna build like a super kind of interesting way to build these kind of like hatch frames at a sloped angle to kind of get under the base, because I'm scared of people flying up underneath the base and blowing up the platform entirely, because then everything will just fall out of the sky. So what I did here is place a foundation with a ceiling next to it, and you can actually place the kind of sloped hatch frame underneath the base. So I can put turrets here, so anyone who tries to get underneath the base is going to get shot to absolute shit. So this is like my kind of defense that I'm going to go for, and I'm going to place these pretty much as everywhere that I can and just fill the underneath of the base with turrets. And when you get shot with turrets, dude, in this biome, when you get shot with turrets, you kind of move backwards, and if you're floating in the air, you're gonna float all the way downwards getting shot with these and just teleport out of the map, or just take damage, and you're gonna get really confused and like, what's going on? It's a really annoying base to raid. At least that's what my perception of this base is. Like I wonder if Kishko could raid this. He probably could. He's a freaking legend, dude. But I don't know how he would do it. That's the problem. So let me know, guys, if you would raid this. How would you raid this base? And how would I defend against that? Let me know in the comments below. Like, teach me some Ark ways, some magic things that I'm still learning. I'm quite fairly new to Ark, being only with like 360 hours played, which is actually kind of a lot. But in Ark terms, that means like I've finally figured out how to do metal stuff, if you know what I mean. Alright, so now I'm back at my Arctic base, and now the big issue is, how do I move everything all the way to my my lunar base. So I'm going to pack everything up here. What I'm actually going to do is I have a Bloodstalker. Well, I have a lot of Bloodstalkers that I've bred for weight. Like, I use Bloodstalkers for everything, dude. Like, I love these freaking Bloodstalkers. They're amazing. You take them to any map in the cluster, and dude, you're just like on the other side of the map in seconds. Like, it's actually really crazy. So I'm packing up all of my stuff here. Ammo, some turrets, leaving some behind because my Bloodstalker has about, what, like, I think he has like 1,600 weights. So I kind of have to keep him on like 1,300, 1,400 to still be able to jump. And we're going to head over to the Lunar Biome with a full Bloodstalker. And oh my god, I set him on passive because usually when you get there, you start attacking and then your dino ditches you, dude. You're like, immediately as you get there, he leaves you. And you're just like, what? Come back! So I set him on passive, and you know, as soon as we teleport, I like get on him and I just do this jumping here. And holding control with the Bloodstalker really helps to get in here. You can see what I mean with getting too low. You start doing this blue thing, and if you stay in that blue thing for too long or you go too low, you immediately teleport. And having turrets all over the place is going to be amazing. So yeah, there's my first trip. This is like one of 8 trips. It took me 8 trips with this, dude. I have to like always teleport to the Arctic, teleport to the Lunar, teleport to the Arctic, teleport to the Lunar, and you know, just move across all these things. So I brought all my dinos here because they're quite low weight in the cryopods, weighing like 0.5, so they're very easy to take here. So right now I'm at the top of the little base here. As you can see, it's because I built these foundations and ceilings in all different ways. They kind of don't link up at this one section here. What I'm going to do is just like mesh them over each other because the server that I play on actually lets you do building without the collision kind of thing. So it's actually kind of great. But you can actually build here on official if you want to. You just have to kind of make sure you don't build into the walls and stuff around here, and it's still quite defendable. So you should be all right. All I'm doing now is basically fortifying the actual top base and making sure all the turrets have ammo. You know, pretty much filling everything out here, all spread out evenly so that like every single kind of corner is covered by a turret or more than one turrets. So that like if ever someone does like find the place, they just get shot to crap. And now we're heading all the way back to our Arctic biome. Like, I've done this trip so many times, so I'm not going to show it too many times. But I just love using the Bloodstalker. It's so cool. Like, it's always so fun controlling these damn things, dude. Like, if you guys are still learning these, like, really put in the effort to like learn how to use them like a lot more, because they are one of the most efficient dinos in the game, dude. Like, they're so quick. They're like the fastest thing in the entire game if you use them correctly on any map, dude. Like, literally, I went to like Valguera and I was hunting red drops and purple drops. I was getting there to all of them before, like, dude, I got to so many before even like things even went crazy. And also great for PvP as well. Like, if you find a base or for scouting, especially in Genesis, obviously because you can't fly in Genesis, it's the only dinosaur that you can actually use to fly. So it really comes in handy. And you just pack him with high weights or even high health or whatever, and you're pretty much golden. And that's pretty much why I breed them. Like, I literally just breed like hundreds of them. Well, I say hundreds, but I've probably only got like 30 Bloodstalkers, and they all have like a goal of trying to get them to like 2,000 weight, so that, you know, because every now and again you do lose one or two, because you know, this is Ark, you die a lot, especially if like PvP and things go wrong. You're flying over a map and you realize, oh, there's a base there, and then you're dead before you even hit the ground. That's happened so many times too, dude. Looking for bases to raid with a Bloodstalker and then just getting shot out the sky and dying because you got a little too close to the turrets. Holding control is amazing with this thing, so yeah, like I recommend using these things like amazing. You can even hover in the air by holding control and spamming like spacebar to just jump over and over. You literally pretty much stay in the same spot in the air hovering. It's actually fantastic. So now all I have to do is basically bring all of my blueprints and pretty much everything that I want to bring with. So I managed to, like, you know, drop a few things that I was like, I don't need that, I can get better stuff. Everything that's hard to get, I managed to keep, and I brought like I brought like 10,000 metal with me because I can always get more metal. You know, this is a 10-time server, so things are quite a fast like rate, so it's easy to get stuff more frequently, I guess. So yeah, and this little base here is all set it up here. So now I'm kind of defended down there at the bottom, and I've got my base right at the top here, kind of like, you know, getting itself ready, getting itself together. You know, starting to actually look like a base, and this place has a lot more space than I originally intended. I was like, wait a minute, I can make a second floor. So I decided to put the industrial forge right at the top there. And my whole idea is like, okay, cool. I'm like building this little roof plane here. My plan for this area here is to have a breeding section. So I can breed dinos in my own base right over here in this like little rat hole corner. Dude, it is like the most hidden, craziest little spot to like live in. I was like, this is this is like 4 times bigger than my old base. I'm like so happy with it, dude. I'm so thrilled that dude, I'm like, I'll be so upset if this shit gets raided. Speaking of which, on the weekend I'll be raiding some people, so if you are interested in seeing future content from me, let me know in the comments below what you want to see me doing. Like, I'm gonna do like some generic PvP, you know, C4 rockets, you know, finding some people's bases, taking their shit, bringing it back here, because I love doing that, man. That's how I got most of the stuff, actually. Like, some of the stuff I actually don't even know how to craft, because, well, most of it I just stole. I mean, 90% of my bullets come from other people's bases. Like, it's so fun to raid, dude. Like, I just watched Kishko's videos, I'm like, okay, cool, he does this, oh, alright. I didn't even think of that. I'm like, I didn't know that. Like, dude, he's like literally the dictionary of raiding for me. Like, I just look at what he does, I'm like, okay, I can do this. Kishko's with me in spirit, and I just kind of like just go ahead and I try raid him, which is great because like one of my very first raids on the server happened in my first week. Like, I was still jumping around on my Procoptodon being like, whoa, dude, this is the best dinosaur in the game. Until I found an outpost that was undefended, and I'm like, let me make C4 and blow this up. And it had like, dude, it had 5 Giga eggs in it. It had like 20, like, Tech Rexes. Like, and everything was over level 300. I'm like, dude, I only ever see things that are like level 100, level like 18 to like 100, and these are like all level 300. So, dude, I took everything, and they try to like find me on Discord. They're like, dude, your base is being attacked. Like, you know, do you need help? I'm like, no, my base on the bog, it's being raided. You know, like, I just completely messed with him, and it was the funniest shit ever. Like, I knew he's trying to fish for like where I live, and I'm like, I'm not giving you information, bro. Go search the bog for me. I live in the Arctic, bitch.